welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you here once again, and today I'll be showing you how to make the perfect Nigerian jollof rice. You can tell from my voice that I'm super excited, and that's because Christmas is almost here. This is my favorite part of the year. I mean, who doesn't love Christmas? Time to share gifts, to enjoy so many delicious delicacies. Jollof rice is one dish we can't do without, and that's why I thought to show you the perfect way to make your jollof rice. Now let me run you through the ingredients. Guys, for your tomato paste, I would advise that you use either of these two brands. My favorite is Derica, but if you can't find that, you can use Gino as well. But Derica is the best. It is absolutely good for jollof rice. I have a video on how you can make your own homemade tomato paste. Feel free to use the homemade paste, especially if you're cooking for a large number of people. Then buying the store-bought one might be cost effective. I think it's okay to use that once in a while, right? You want that perfect, smoky, delicious party jollof rice, then you would not compromise on any of these brands. The second thing I'll be showing you is the curry and thyme. The Ducros brand is my go-to any day, anytime. This is not to say you can't use any other one, but I am very sure if you use the Ducros brand, you would love it. Also, I stick to nut chicken to make my jollof rice. And please note, bay leaves are very important to make the perfect jollof rice. After this, one other thing that makes your jollof rice absolutely good is the stock that you use. I would advise that you boil chicken or meat or turkey using some ginger, garlic, Scotch bonnet and some onions. Please blend everything together. It allows the spice to enter the protein properly. Add some seasoning and some salt and proceed to add some fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary. That's if you have, but if you don't have, you can buy the store-bought rosemary leaves, that's the dried ones, and the dried thyme, and just put it in it. Add some curry powder and bay leaves, and we're just going to mix everything together and boil. Please note, it is advisable to use chicken or good part of beef, like the fatty part of beef, to get really rich stock. And you can use turkey as well, just to make sure that you are using meat with it, so that way your stock will be super rich and nice. As you can see, look at my stock. I removed out the turkey because it gets soft on time, and I just proceeded to further boil the meat. And now to the pepper mix. Your pepper mix is very important. You want to choose red peppers, the tomato, the very red ones, the Tatashe, the shombo, and the Scotch bonnet, the rodo. The ratio of your pepper should be 50% tomato and 30 to 40% Tatashe and shombo, and 10% rodo, depending on the heat. 20 to 10% of your Scotch bonnet, depending on how peppery you like your food. In fact, some caterers don't even use Scotch bonnet to make jollof rice at all. Now we are going to proceed to deseed the pepper and cut them into halves, because we are going to be roasting this pepper to get that smoky party jollof. This step is very important. However, if you are cooking for a large number of people and you don't want to go through the stress of removing the seed of the pepper and roasting, you can just proceed to blend like that. But for you to achieve that smoky party jollof kind of rice, you would need to use what Yoruba people call ikokorin, those heavy metal pots that caterers use. And that's how you'd be able to get that flavor. You allow it to burn properly and the flavor will enter the rice. But for most of us that will be cooking from the house and you probably have non-stick pots, you would need to roast your pepper to achieve that smoky party jollof. I picked out some peppers because I wanted to show you how to roast your pepper without an oven. All you need to do is just get a non-stick pan, put some vegetable oil, very little, drizzle it on the pan, and just roast the peppers on low heat, just as I'm doing now with a spoon. Flip it over and that's all. That's perfect. But if you have an oven, put the pepper in the oven, including the onion, the ginger, and the garlic, and just flip the pepper over to the other end. If this is your first time on my channel, please click the subscribe button and turn post notification on so you can be the first to be notified whenever I post a new video. Now our pepper, onion and everything is ready. It looks burnt, but no, it's not. It's just perfect. I blended it and you can see how thick it looks. I blended it with very little water, and this will even help the frying process to be shorter. In the pot, I added some oil and I just proceeded to add some butter. The oil I used for frying is what I used before adding in the butter. And after frying my onion for about 3 to 5 minutes, I added the tomato paste into it. And we are going to allow our tomato paste to fry for no less than 10 to 15 minutes. This is the secret to it, guys. You need to allow your tomato paste to fry because tomato paste are naturally sour, and for your onions to sweeten it, it will take a really long time, and that's why you should allow it to fry properly. You will know the tomato paste is ready when you start seeing these tiny crumbles, these tiny pebbles. As you can see from the spoon, they are like tiny stuffs in here. That's what I'm trying to pick out. If you achieve this, then you know that your tomato paste is ready for the stew now. But approximately it shouldn't take you more than 10 to 15 minutes to achieve this. Now, since I've achieved that and that's fried properly, I'll just be pouring in my pepper mix. And if you're thinking, oh, won't my paste burn? No, your tomato paste is not going to burn. As long as you keep stirring it while you fried it for that long, it's just to allow your onions to sweeten the paste before adding the pepper mix. And we're going to cover up the pepper mix and allow that to fry properly. Guys, the perfect jollof rice, smoky party jollof takes time and it requires a lot of patience. So you're going to be patient with it and allow it to fry. These steps will take you from a jollof amateur to a pro in no time, and everyone will be wondering how you got your jollof rice skills. Another important thing to note is that you must rinse your rice properly to get rid of all the starch. After you rinse till the water is clear. After allowing our pepper mix to fry, we'll proceed to spice the jollof base. Now we'll add in some curry powder, some thyme, some seasoning cubes. Remember I told you that snout chicken is very good. We'll add some bay leaves. We'll stir everything together, add some salt and just give it a really good mix. If you are using basmati rice, this is the right time to add the rice and just mix with the stew base. But if you are using our local rice, please do not add your rice now. Just add water and the stock, allow to boil before adding the rice. I'm using basmati rice, so I've rinsed my rice clear of starch. I rinsed till the water was very clean, and I proceeded to add the rice into the stew base and I just mixed everything properly. Please note, it's always good to cook jollof rice with very little water, even if you're using Nigerian rice or you're using basmati rice. If it's even basmati, you need very little water. But if you're using our local rice, then you still need not so much water because you don't want the rice to overcook. The steam mostly does the job and not the water. So please just mix the rice properly and proceed to add your stock to the rice and water. Please do not add too much water so you don't end up with soggy rice. This stock I added is small. I'm still going to be adding more. So add enough stock and just proceed to add water to the rice. Give it a good stir again so everything can combine nicely. And we are going to cover that up with foil paper and allow to cook. I mean, you don't want the heat escaping. Like I said, the steam does the job, and that's why you notice caterers use this big ikokomi where the cover of the pot is very heavy, so it will trap all the steam and just help it to cook the rice properly. And please, I mentioned earlier that if you're using the local rice, feel free to add water to the pot. Bring it to a boil before adding in the rice and just cover up properly with a foil paper before covering with the cover of the pot. And if you don't have a foil paper, you can use thick sack, wash sack and just use that to cover up the rice properly. Our rice is almost ready, and this is the time when we open the pot, mix everything together, add in some butter. If you want to garnish with tomato and some onions, this is the time to add it now. We'll mix everything properly and just cover the pot once again with the foil and reduce the heat. Now we are going to allow the steam to complete the job. Another thing is, this is the time the rice is going to burn. So if you need 4 cups of rice, make sure you cook 5. Don't be stingy with your rice, so that some part of the rice will burn, and this will further amplify the flavor, the smoky flavor that your jollof is supposed to bring. Now our jollof rice is ready, and guys, this tastes so good. You can see how it looks. See the burnt part of the rice underneath, and this is super yummy. You really want to try this recipe. Please do not forget to stick to the steps, to stick to the brand, for you to get that perfect smoky party jollof that will get everyone in your home wanting more this holiday period. Thank you so much for watching. This is my jollof masterclass. People pay thousands of naira to watch this, to learn the secrets, and I just gave you all that for free. So please make sure you leave a beautiful comment for me when you try it out and it comes out super good. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe and turn post notification on, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I served this delicious jollof rice with some pepper turkey. Oh my goodness, look how it looks. Look at the jollof rice, the turkey, everything is just perfect. Honestly guys, you want to try this recipe, and I can bet you won't be making your jollof rice any other way again. This is super good and yummy. It's my go-to recipe any day, anytime. Till I see you again next time. Bye.